If you were to eat the same thing for breakfast every morning, what would it be? I do that already. Coffee and Outlook emails. I've eaten 3 eggs for almost every breakfast the last 13 years. For years I had a peanut butter and banana sandwich every school workday for breakfast. I guess I only really stopped because I stopped eating breakfast in general. This isn't what I'd pick for a special occasion, but for an everyday thing it's still the most obvious choice for me. Coffee and hatred. Bacon and egg sandwich. I feel personally attacked. I have eaten the same thing for breakfast for at least the last 35 years. Hot strong breakfast tea with a dash of milk. 1 or 2 bits of wholemeal toast with butter and marmalade. People of Reddit, what improved your life so much, you wish you did sooner? Spending as little time on social media as possible, especially looking at people's stories on Instagram and comparing myself to them. It used to make me feel like I am not good at anything. Regular exercise. Not hitting the gym or working out or anything with major intensity or organization. I just found a place to ride my bike. Makes me feel like a kid again. Actually seeing a neurologist. I had headaches for 30 years. I went to help with migraines, but it turns out the day after I took the first pill, I didn't have a headache at all. I realized I lived my life with a headache every damn day. It's still weird to me not having one. Removing all of my socks and replacing them with just one kind. Stop looking for pairs now. Quality shoe inserts. And quality shoes for that matter. Sobriety. What is your favorite musical movie? Anybody remember Little Shop of Horrors? It's an absolute travesty that I'm the first person mentioning Singin' in the Rain. Rocky Horror Picture Show. Don't Dream It, Bee It. The Blues Brothers. Dr. Horrible's Sing-Along Blog. The Nightmare Before Christmas. Mary Poppins the Original. Tenacious D. The Pick of Destiny. Chicago. South Park. Bigger, Longer, and Uncut. I generally don't like musicals at all, but Dancer in the Dark with Bjork, it's insanely depressing and heartbreaking. But it's beautifully done and one of very few musicals I thoroughly enjoyed because the musicality was immersed so well into the film. Labyrinth is a close second, and, while not a movie, Daisy Jones and the Six was a very well done musical theme show. Does Blues Brothers count? I always liked Seven Brides for Seven Brothers. Rocketman. Amadeus. The Sound of Music. What TV show were you completely obsessed with before losing interest before it ended? The Blacklist. The Walking Dead. House of Cards. Heroes. Save the Cheerleader, Save the World. Designated Survivor. Incredible first season before it went off the rails. The Goldbergs. Well, that show ran way too many years. Orange is the New Black. It was already going off the rails in season 3. I intended to watch season 4 but wasn't really motivated to. Once I heard about a certain character's traumatic death, I decided never to watch it. Most of the CW superhero shows, The Flash, Arrow, Supergirl, etc. They started off well, but the quality dropped dramatically in later seasons. What's an outdated slang that you still use today? When my daughter was little, she asked me if I could do her a stone cold solid. That's when I realized she never heard me use the word favor. I have a friend who uses the phrase number 1 squeeze to describe the women he's hitting on. I'm always stoked to use stoked. Word. Dude. Rad and radical. I love that shit. I think wicked means I'm from the Northeast and outdated. Still think it's wicked cool. You can pry bitchin' from my cold dead hands. Tight. I still call people whack every now and then. I still always answer to my name or hello hey hi with a yo. Dope. Rules. As in, oh man, this shit rules so hard. Fucking A. Hella. NorCal reps hard, smiley face. Is banger outdated? Bob's your uncle. Holy crap, where do I start? Groovy, dig it, not my bag. What's the scariest thing you've woken up to? Back when I lived alone in an apartment, I used to wake to just about woke up more terrified than the night when I woke up to the sound of my toilet flushing. To this day I can only assume that a ghost just couldn't hold it anymore. My mom laying on the kitchen floor with an empty bottle of pills in one hand and an off-the-hook corded phone in the other. I was 14, and I found her just in time. To this day, I get chills just thinking about the feeling I had to just get out of bed at 3 a.m. I never woke up in the middle of the night. But this night something made me. She's good now, 20 years later. Waking up to my husband yelling, "Get the fuck out of my house." A man broke into my house and crawled in bed with me. Turns out he was in the house for a couple hours. Door camera, my husband was asleep on the couch. Came to bed and found the guy on the bed beside me, asleep. Which band was on the last band t-shirt you wore? Currently wearing Wild Stallions. Does that count? New Order. Social Distortion. Depeche Mode. Tom Waits Get Behind the Mule Tour, 1998. Misfits. Tool, Got It On Now. KMFDM. The Cure bought the shirt at the concert, which was awesome. By the way, Propaganda fuck the borders shirt that I have altered into a tank top. Radiohead. Slipknot subliminal versus shirt. Queens of the Stone Age. I had my Dark Side of the Moon tee on today. I have like 20 Floyd shirts. AC/DC. Flick of the Switch. King Gizzard and the Lizard Wizard. Korn, I think. It's been a while. Edit OMG, I'm getting forgetful. The last band tee I wore was Flogging Molly and I'm currently wearing a DKM hoodie. Dark Throne. It's the Transylvanian Hunger shirt. Primus. Block Party. Pink Floyd, who was a popular celebrity 5 years ago but is now considered as washed up. Ronda Rousey. Fetty Wap. James Franco vanished. Kevin Spacey, back when House of Cards was popular. Armie Hammer. Macklemore. Seems like no one talks about him anymore. Demi Lovato was the second most Googled person of 2018. Seems much less popular now. Kanye. His antics finally overshadowed his music to such a degree that there was no coming back, at least for now. Will Smith. Lil Pump. J. Cole told him exactly what would happen to his career and lo and behold, it did. Washed up is harsh, but Jared Leto maybe? Elon Musk used to be quite well liked online. Watching him squander the goodwill and basically become one of the most despised executives in modern history has been fascinating to watch. Why are you alive? My ill-matched parents did the horizontal mambo without a condom. Because I want to plant a giant garden full of jade vines and pineapples. I keep moving the goalpost. Currently I am alive because I bought a plane ticket to meet my friends this summer, and if I don't go because I'm dead it'll be a waste of money. The summer is quickly approaching but I'm sure by the time my trip comes I will find a new project or reason to stay alive. Interesting question to come up on one's 70th birthday. I'm gonna need a minute. My cat would be disappointed if I wasn't around to feed him anymore. That's it really. I have the desire to not exist, not the desire to kill myself. 14 billion years worth of coincidences. Survived the abortion, true fucking soldier. Why cheat when you can leave the relationship? Some people get a dopamine hit in their brain from cheating and a sense of comfort and familiarity being in a relationship. They want both. Some people want to fuck cake and eat it too or something. I came close to cheating once, and it was because I didn't admit to myself just how unhappy I was in the relationship. I kept telling myself I can make it work, then I was put in an environment that had several ladies that were happy to talk to me and be around me. That dopamine hit was massive and I can 100% see how it can just happen. Luckily I allowed myself to be honest about my feelings and broke up with my ex before I did anything. Do everybody a favor, always be honest with yourself. From my understanding, it's better to have the safety net of the familiar and go do whatever than to end things and risk things not working out. Easier to use someone as a safe space and explore rather than taking the risk alone. Women, what goes through your mind when a guy calls himself an alpha male? Serious cringe. That I want nothing to do with this person. Any man who must say I am the king is no true king. I think that they're a deeply insecure little boy who is most likely also misogynistic. I laugh to myself. If you have to advertise how great you think you are, you probably ain't that great. Only insecure guys feel the need to say something like that. Guys with a healthy worldview don't care about whether people are classified into alpha or not. My interest in him plummets faster than dropping a bowling ball off the Hoover Dam. Pathetically insecure. Malignant, insecure, narcissistic, misogynist. Back away slowly and make excuses because overt rejection is fairly likely to be met with violence. A sign to avoid said person. Would you vote for a 35-year-old candidate for U.S. president? Why, yes or no? Depends. Is the 35-year-old an idiot? If I liked them, I would vote for them. Yeah, we could use some young blood if they're competent and could win it. I'll take any competent person under 50. They're not even trying to hide they're using essentially corpse puppets for our nation's leader. Same with Trump, if he gets re-elected he'd be in his mid-70s. Can we get a Roosevelt or a Kennedy type? Anyone who inspires competence and makes us feel like they represent the best of our nation? Sure. Also, I don't get why we don't have an age maximum since we have a minimum. Just give us someone who's not corrupt and geriatric, please. You are suddenly trapped in a Home Depot overnight. What's the first thing you are doing? Probably just going to spend some time chilling in the lighting fixture section. I can't explain why, but that place is a vibe and this is my chance to enjoy it without looking like a weirdo. Gonna build the coolest fort ever known to man. Driving a forklift, of course. I'm watering the plants. They always need it desperately. Grab a long piece of wood. Ride naked on a shopping cart and row through the corridors at full speed. Explain to the night crew I'm an idiot who missed closing time and can they please open the door and let me out. Make a Rube Goldberg machine where the doors don't open until it finishes. Trying out all the toilets in the toilet section. Locating the bathroom. 2 chicks at the same time man. Building that weird pipe percussion instrument so I can greet the employees with their theme song in the morning. You meet your 13-year-old self, but can only tell them 3 words. What do you say and why? Read this note. Don't date Dave. Because fuck you, Dave, you abusive piece of shit. Call Child Services. Buy Apple stock. Buy Manny Bitcoin. It gets better. I was suicidal and it would have really helped to know that. Pull my finger. You are gay. You are enough. Don't shoot dope. Study computer science. I was really into computers and dumped it. Learned to skateboard. Return the slab. I love you. Because I'd forever be the only person who said it to me that actually meant it. Don't date Jessica. It's all good. He'd need to hear it really bad. Don't start smoking. Clean teeth. Save. Emma from future. Decode this and trust me by Bitcoin. Get new friends. Love yourself first. It's worth living. Fucking run dude. Drink your Ovaltine. Don't get married.